Good evening and welcome to the 2020 Sheboygan County Fairest of the Fair Gala. My name is Heather Leipom, and I am delighted to be with you tonight as MC and a part of this journey for these amazing candidates. I am honored to also serve on the Fairest Committee with an amazing group of local women who volunteer their time and are committed to the Sheboygan County Fairest program. The committee met virtually this spring to determine the future of the program this year. In these uncertain times, we realize that our community has changed and this year may look different than the past. But we agreed and are dedicated to providing a valuable professional development experience to all of our candidates and the candidate who is selected Sheboygan County Fairest this evening. We are gathered here at Locks Hall in Johnsonville with our 6 candidates and their families, our selection panel, and committee members only. This gala is being recorded by Silver Water Productions and will be available for virtual viewing on Sheboygan County Fairest Facebook and YouTube. As we begin tonight's program, let's take a moment to recognize and remember the honorable men and women who are protecting our freedoms here at home and overseas, as well as our military veterans and those who have given the ultimate sacrifice for our country. Please rise and show our appreciation as I call upon our 2019 Sheboygan County Fairest of the Fair, Sarah Dayheck, and 2019 Fairest attendant Lindsay Fenner to lead us in our Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you all. It is only fitting that we start out the night with the person who's given it her all to serve the citizens of Sheboygan County this past year. Our 2019 Sheboygan County Fairest of the Fair, Sarah Dayheck, is 20 years old and from Sheboygan Falls. She is the daughter of Anthony and Susan Dayheck. Sarah is a graduate of Sheboygan Falls High School and entering her senior year at Concordia University, Wisconsin, where she is majoring in marketing and hospitality event management. During the school year, she was employed with Concordia's Campus Activities Board as their executive coordinator, helping to plan and execute large-scale events. She also works with Concordia's peer tutoring and admissions team as student ambassador. After acquiring her bachelor's degree, she would like to begin working as an event coordinator for a Sheboygan County business and pursue a master's degree in the future. Sarah was a wonderful ambassador for our fair and also placed in the top 10 at the State Fairest Convention of the fair in Wisconsin Dells last January. We are so proud of her. Please give a warm welcome to Sarah Dayheck.
Welcome, viewers and attendees. My name is Sarah Dayheck, and I'm the 2019 Sheboygan County Fairest of the Fair. Ever since I was a little girl, I had wanted to be the Fairest of the Fair. This year was exceptional and even better than I had imagined. The Fairest of the Fair program touches thousands of lives and brings the community together to support our long-lasting love for the Sheboygan County Fair. This evening is about celebration, and we are excited to have you join us. It is my honor to introduce you to someone who has been promoting the fair industry and Sheboygan County all year long. I have had the opportunity to work alongside Lindsay, and I have seen her welcome, share, and promote our Sheboygan County Fair. Lindsay Fenner, age 21, is from Sheboygan Falls. She is the daughter of Daniel Fenner and Michelle Raitt. She is a graduate of Sheboygan Falls High School and is currently a senior at the University of Wisconsin-Platteville, where she is majoring in agribusiness. In addition to breeding, raising, and showing livestock, she is currently employed at Farm Incorporated as a marketing intern. Fenner is responsible for designing sales flyers, brochures, and managing customer information. Upon graduation, she would like to continue to work in the agriculture field and pursue a career either in sales or marketing. Please help me welcome a friend to me and the Fairest program, Lindsay Fenner, your 2019 Fairest of the Fair attendant.
Thank you, Sarah. We would like to thank the key people who made this evening possible. First of all, thank you to the candidates for sharing your excitement and love for the fair and being willing to go outside your comfort zone. Thank you to the selection panel. We thank you for sharing your expertise with us and traveling to be here with us this evening. Thank you to our many sponsors. We are honored to have your support this year, and we could not have provided this wonderful experience without your donations. Thank you to the Fair Board and superintendents. Sheboygan County Fair is one of the greatest in the state, and we are excited to continue to be the ambassador. Thank you to our friends and family for their continuous support and for introducing us to the fair. And also, I think Mr. Anthony Dahek deserves a huge thank you for driving us through the many parades and enjoying the brand new vehicles, which is probably his favorite part. And lastly, thank you to the Fairs Committee for your year-long hard work to have put this event into play, as well as for everything you have taught the candidates and ourselves to help us prepare for tonight. Thank you for sharing your talents with us and developing strong individuals. Without further ado, let the night begin.
Thank you, Sarah and Lindsay. It is time to meet our candidates. When we as a committee first met our candidates, we were so impressed by their passion for the fair. They are alphabetically arranged for this part of the program. Each applicant will introduce herself with a 30-second self-introduction and return to her seat. Please welcome Megan Hand.
The feeling of anticipation was bubbling inside of me as I waited outside the Coliseum. Wearing my matching pink show shirt, boots, and halter, I waited to tell the Fairest of the Fair about my calf, Buddy. Little did I know that showing Buddy would be the start of my love for the fair. 15 years of proudly stepping into the show ring began with Farmer Bud showmanship. My name is Megan Hand, and I'm from Sheboygan Falls. Just as this experience helped shape me, I hope to impact the next little girl wearing matching pink.
Please welcome Anna Kitzrow.
Close your eyes and picture yourself at County Fair. When I do this, I'm instantly taken to the sale ring on a Thursday night. I'm filled with a rush of energy as bidder signs fly in the air, and I see the support from my community. I'm Anna Kitzrow from Cascade, and the Sheboygan County Fair has been a long-standing tradition in my family. From hours in the barn getting cattle ready to time in the kitchen practicing recipes with my grandma, my summers have revolved around County Fair. I cannot wait to spread my love of fair traditions with you as Fairest.
Next, we'll welcome Jill Madsen.
Hello, my name is Jill Matson, and I'm from Sheboygan Falls. I can remember going to the fair as a little girl, excited to show my family what I got on my self-portrait in the education building. Being involved throughout the arts throughout my entire life, I want to uniquely give back to Sheboygan County. Being involved throughout the arts throughout my entire life, I want to teach children hard work and dedication are the keys to success. Attending the fair has given me a positive experience and memories to last a lifetime. As your 2020 Fairest of the Fair, I want to give back to the community and have memories to make a lifetime. Thank you.
Next, we'll welcome Teresa Parrish.
In the past, the fair has always been a hectic time in the parish household. There were fair projects to finish and horses to groom, and always a late-night cheesecake to finish the night before fair judging. My name is Tessa Parrish, and that all became worth it as soon as it was Labor Day weekend and the fair rolled around. The fair and 4-H community taught me so much about serving my community and interest me in pursuing a degree in prosthetics and orthotics so that I can help my community the same way that 4-H and the fair helped mine.
Please welcome Emma Sanderson.
Hi, my name is Emma Sanderson. I'm from Fredonia, Wisconsin, and my favorite family tradition was always packing a bunch of chickens in our car to take to the Sheboygan County Fair. Since my time as a 4-H exhibitor, I've graduated from the UW-Madison Farm and Industry Short Course with a certificate in agribusiness management. Supporting the youth in agriculture has always been a passion of mine, and I hope to continue to inspire and support the 4-Hers and FFA members in my life as Fairest of the Fair.
And we'll welcome Samantha Sieber.
Picture this. You walk through the cow barn and the first thing you see is a young girl singing along to the radio, prepping her favorite show cow, waiting to win their last blue ribbon. That young girl was me. My name is Samantha Sieber, and I'm from Sheboygan. Not only did I have the privilege to be an FFA member, teaching me responsibility, but I also got to teach others respect and leadership for myself and others. I would like to show my passion for my community through the fair year after year.
Thank you, Megan, Anna, Jill, Tessa, Emma, and Samantha. Thank you, ladies. Nicely done. Now I would like to introduce our selection panel and special guests. The selection team arrived this afternoon to conduct individual interviews, group interviews, and enjoy a light dinner with the candidates. Their jobs aren't over yet, as the candidates are still being evaluated on their professionalism, speaking ability, and fair knowledge. I will ask them to please stand as we recognize them for their commitment to the program. Doug Rebout. Doug is the president of the Wisconsin Corn Growers Association and owner of Rebout Farms in Janesville, Wisconsin, where he and his family crop approximately 4,000 acres, raise Holstein steers, and custom-raised heifers. Thank you, Doug, for being here. Gloria Kessler-Regan. Gloria is a former Wisconsin State Fairest of the Fair and assistant retail manager at LeClaire Cheese Shop. Gloria is serving on both the Calumet County Fair Board and Calumet County Farm Bureau Board. Thank you for joining us, Gloria. Anna Zeck. Anna is the executive director of the Wisconsin State Fair Park Foundation, an organization that supports enhancements to the State Fair Park and year-round ag education and art programming. Thank you, Anna. A sincere thank you to our selection panel for your time with us today. We are grateful you are willing to take on this difficult decision. Thank you. I would like to now recognize tonight's special guests, who have all played an important role in the success of the Sheboygan County Fairest of the Fair program. We have our 2019 Fairest of the Fair, Sarah Dayheck, here with her parents, Anthony and Susan. Our 2019 Fairest attendant, Lindsay Fenner, and her mom, Michelle. The Locke family of Locke's Ballroom, who sponsored the use of this facility. Thank you. Tonight's entertainment, the Charbonneau family. And State Representatives Terry Ketzma and Tyler Vorpagel. At this time, we will excuse our candidates to prepare for the next part of the program and recognize some of our generous sponsors. We are ready to move into the applicant's radio advertisements and impromptu question on stage. We are now using reverse alphabetical order. One candidate has remained on stage and will share with us her fair radio advertisement and then answer an impromptu question that I will ask. The other candidates have been escorted to an area of the hall where they are not able to hear each other's answers to the impromptu question. Our first candidate is Samantha Sieber, who is 24 of Sheboygan and the daughter of Cody Miller and Amanda Medina. She's a graduate of Johnson Creek High School and is currently a freshman at Ashworth College. Samantha is studying to become a veterinarian technician. She tutors for large animal science classes and is an instructor for CNA classes. She is employed at Toro as an order picker and parts packer. In the future, Samantha hopes to open her own animal rescue.
169 years of family traditions and gatherings, from that first date on the Ferris wheel to their waking up at the crack of dawn. The time is finally here. Come join us at the Sheboygan County Fair Labor Day weekend for some mouthwatering cheese curds and donuts, hip swinging music, and my personal favorite, the wild rodeos. Still unsure? That's okay. You can visit our website at shebcofair.com to find more information about our tickets, hours, and entertainment. Let the fun begin and hope to see you all there.
Thank you, Samantha. And now the impromptu question. The fairest of the fair is seen as a role model. How do you define role model?
A role model, in my definition, is someone that is a leader to not only yourself, but to others. You're a leader to your community, bringing a more broader perspective to the community's eyes.
Thank you. Next, we welcome Emma Sanderson to the stage. Emma Sanderson, age 20, of Fredonia, is the daughter of Robin and Timothy Sanderson. She is a graduate of Random Lake High School and is currently in her second year at the University of Wisconsin-Madison Farm and Industry Short Course Program. Emma is working toward her certificate in diversified agricultural operations. She is employed as an office coordinator for Personalized Tours, Inc. In the future, she hopes to own her own farm or ranch with meat goats, Highlander cattle, and rabbits.
The end of summer is here. What a drag. But it doesn't have to be. Come out and join us this Labor Day weekend for one final week of summer fun at the Sheboygan County Fair. You'll see all your favorite animals, big and small. And of course, we can't forget our favorite annual fair traditions, like the tractor pull, the rodeo, and other favorites like the Grandpa Cratchit Show. So come out and visit us this September 3rd through the 7th. For more information, visit shebcofair.com. That's shebcofair.com.
Thank you, Emma. And now from an impromptu question. The fairest of the fair is seen as a role model. How do you define role model?
For me, a role model is someone who you can look up to in every aspect of your life, whether that's personal or professional, with your goals and how your views align. For me, a role model is someone that I can look up to and ask questions when I need to, and always have someone to lean on when I need support.
Thank you, Emma. Next to join us is Tessa Parrish. Tessa Parrish is 18 of Waldo and the daughter of Catherine and Jack Parrish. She is a graduate of Sheboygan Falls High School and is currently a freshman at the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee. Tessa is majoring in biomedical engineering and held the title of Vice President of the Society of Women Engineers. She is currently employed at Rockline Industries as a line attendant and at Pine Hills as a lifeguard. Tessa hopes to continue her education to obtain a master's degree in prosthetics and orthotics.
Horses and sheep and cows, oh my! These are just a few of the amazing attractions you can find at the Sheboygan County Fair. Others include live entertainment from music to the rodeo to the demolition derby and so much more. You could enjoy your favorite foods or have fun with all the games on the fairway. My name is Tessa Parrish, and I hope to see you all this Labor Day weekend at the Sheboygan County Fair. For more information, you can visit shebcofair.com.
And now for the impromptu question, Tessa. The fairest of the fair is seen as a role model. How do you define role model?
I think that a role model is someone that is always seen by everyone that as someone to look up to and someone to follow in their footsteps and just be overall the person that everybody wants to be like.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And now we have Anna Kitzero's turn for the stage. Oh, I'm sorry, Jill Madsen, I apologize. And now please welcome Jill Madsen. Jill Madsen is 20 from Sheboygan Falls and is the daughter of Sean and Kristen Madsen. She's a graduate of Sheboygan Falls High School and is currently a junior at the University of Wisconsin-Green Bay. Jill is majoring in applied music and is part of the Collegiate National Association for Music Educators. She is currently employed as a cashier at Tietz's Piggly Wiggly Sheboygan South and a sales assistant at the Phoenix Bookstore during the school year. In the future, she hopes to become a creative director for youth theater.
Do you know what happens Labor Day weekend each year? Have no fear, for the Sheboygan County Fair is here. Join me September 3rd through September 7th. See the 4-H exhibitors, explore the Midway, or race on over to see one of our grandstand events, which include a demo derby, tractor pull, and the IRA sprint car races. We also have Grandpa Cratchit, the Dock Dogs, and the Egg Venture Tent all 5 days of the fair. For more information, visit shebcofair.com, and I hope to see you there.
Thank you, Jill. And now for our impromptu question. The fairest of the fair is seen as a role model. How do you define role model?
I would have to define role model as someone that you look up to, someone that you really respect, and who do you admire the most. For instance, my mom is my role model because she does everything for me. She's both of my parents in one, and I can be very grateful for that.
Thank you, Jill. And now we welcome Anna Kitzero to the stage. Anna Kitzero is 19 from Cascade and the daughter of Mike and Chris Kitzero. She is a graduate of Plymouth High School and is currently a sophomore at Oklahoma State University. She is majoring in animal science and agriculture business. She is part of the Oklahoma Cattle Women's Association and is currently employed at Premier Insurance Solutions performing data entry. Anna hopes to graduate in 3 years and aspires to work in the marketing field for an agriculture company and become a brand representative for a livestock show feed company.
Let the countdown begin. The 169th annual Sheboygan County Fair is only 65 days away. Join me this Labor Day weekend for some good old family fun. Keep the traditions alive with a stroll through the animal barn or a trip to see Grandpa Cratchit. Start some new traditions with a performance by the Dock Dogs. I cannot wait to see you and your families this Labor Day weekend for one of the greatest county fairs in the state. For more information and details, check out shebcofair.com.
And now for our impromptu question. The fairest of the fair is seen as a role model. How do you define role model?
I define role model as someone you can look up to. So an aspect of the fairest of the fair, someone who the younger exhibitors, younger people attending the fair can look up to and use as a role model, as to learn about the aspects of fair and agriculture so that she can really promote and give what's best for the community.
Thank you. And please welcome Megan Hand. Megan Hand, age 20, from Sheboygan Falls, is the daughter of Ann and Jim Hand. She's a graduate of Sheboygan Falls High School and is currently a sophomore at the University of Wisconsin River Falls. Megan is majoring in agriculture education and is a CAFE's representative for Sigma Alpha Beta Zeta. Megan is employed as the Sheboygan County 4-H summer intern. She hopes to become a high school agriculture teacher and FFA advisor where she can share her love for agriculture with her students, community, and the public.
Maybe it's your first encounter with a cow, riding the Ferris wheel, or tasting teeny-weeny donuts, but it happened at the Sheboygan County Fair. Every fairgoer has a story. What fair traditions are part of your story? It might include laughing at the Grandpa Cratchit show, milking Addie the cow, or cheering at the tractor pull. Your story continues this Labor Day weekend at the Sheboygan County Fair. For more information, visit shebcofair.com. Fairgoers, it's time to write your next chapter.
Okay. And now, Megan, the impromptu question. The fairest of the fair is seen as a role model. How do you define role model?
A role model is someone that a younger or someone else looks up to and tries to be like them in the future.
Thank you. Great job, ladies. I commend each of these talented candidates for their passion and commitment to promoting the Sheboygan County Fair. Thank you. At this time, we will excuse our selection panel to make some very important decisions. Thank you, team. While the judges are deliberating, we have a special greeting to share with you. It takes certain leaders to successfully promote Wisconsin's agricultural industry. Since 1948, the Alice in Dairyland program has been another important facet of agriculture in Wisconsin. The professional marketing role of Alice within the Wisconsin Department of Agriculture, Trade, and Consumer Protection is to educate and promote our state's diverse agriculture community. We are delighted to provide this virtual message from our 72nd Alice in Dairyland, Abigail Martin.
Hello, Sheboygan County Fairest of the Fair enthusiasts. My name is Abigail Martin, and I'm currently serving as Wisconsin's 72nd Alice in Dairyland. As Alice in Dairyland, I have the privilege of traveling our beautiful state, representing Wisconsin's rich agriculture history and the bright future that agriculture has right here in our backyard. Today, I'm so excited to be joining you as we celebrate all of Sarah Dayheck's accomplishments and select the 2020 Sheboygan County Fairest of the Fair. My love for the fair runs deep. I've been attending the Rock County 4-H Fair since I was just 3 weeks old. Thanks, Mom and Dad. And I haven't missed a year since. To truly illustrate my love for the fair, I'll share that I used to cry the whole way home on Sunday night, the last night of our county fair. I created wonderful friendships, made great memories, and learned valuable life lessons, all at the county fair. It was at the county fair where I learned how to turn failure into motivation after I stood last in the 3rd grade dairy showmanship class, and where I learned how to clearly explain the construction of my woodworking project during face-to-face judging. But maybe the most important thing I discovered at the county fair was my passion for sharing Wisconsin's agriculture story. That passion led me to this role of Alice in Dairyland, and in turn to county fairs across the state. I was so excited to travel to county fairs near and far and share the story of Wisconsin's $104.8 billion agriculture industry. Late last August, the Sheboygan County Fair welcomed me with open arms. I had the opportunity to interact with youth exhibitors, help raise money at the annual pie auction, and participate in farmer bud showmanship. My gracious hosts, Sarah and Lindsay, showed me all areas of the Sheboygan County Fairgrounds, including the Ag Venture Tent and the Dairy Education Center. This summer, I saw firsthand how fairs bring communities together and often expose many fairgoers to agriculture for the first time. With the average consumer generations removed from the farm, a trip to the county fair may be their only opportunity to interact with our state's signature industry. There, they are able to ask questions and learn about the diversity of Wisconsin agriculture. Sarah, congratulations on an incredible year. I was blessed to be there the night you were selected as Fairest of the Fair, and now as you give up your title. Your infectious smile and enthusiasm for all you do truly shines through. Continue to promote Wisconsin's fair industry and our agriculture community. Your future is truly bright. To the next Sheboygan County Fairest of the Fair, you are about to embark on an exciting yet important journey. Your role as Fairest of the Fair is essential in promoting Wisconsin's agriculture industry. As you prepare to promote the fair, it will be essential for you to share the story of Wisconsin's farmers and processors. But most importantly, you will have the opportunity to connect with hundreds of people, sharing the importance of not only agriculture, but the county fair right in Sheboygan County. I want to wish all of the candidates the best of luck tonight, and I'm excited to see who is selected as the 2020 Sheboygan County Fairest of the Fair.
Thank you, Abigail. And now we will recognize more of our generous sponsors. Our entertainment tonight is brought to us by the very talented Charbonneau Family Singers. A local Sheboygan County 4-H family, the Charbonneaus have been providing entertainment through their profession as music teachers and most recently very active on social media since the beginning of the current pandemic to share their love of music and spread joy during these difficult times. We are grateful they are here with us tonight. They will perform 2 songs for us this evening. Please welcome the Charbonneau family.
Jasmine has a ball in the marketplace. Molly is a singer in the band. Jasmine says to Molly, girl, I like your face. And Molly senses as he takes him by the hand. Oh-blah-dee, oh-blah-da, life goes on. Ah, la, 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 life goes on. Oh-blah-dee, oh-blah-da-dee, life goes on. On, la, 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 life goes on. Jasmine takes Angelique to the jewelry store, buys a 20-carat golden ring, takes it back to Molly waiting at the door, and as he gives it to her, she begins to sing. Oh-blah-dee, oh-blah-da, life goes on. Oh, la, 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 life goes on. Oh-blah-dee, oh-blah-da, life goes on. Oh, la, 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 life goes on. In a couple of years, they have built a home, sweet home. With a couple of kids running in the yard of Jasmine and Molly Joe. Happy ever after in the marketplace. Jasmine lets the children lend a hand. Molly stays at home and gets her pretty face, and in the evening she's a singing with the band. Oh-blah-dee, oh-blah-da, life goes on. Oh, la, 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 life goes on. Oh-blah-dee, oh-blah-da, life goes on. Oh, la, 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 life goes on. Stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So take the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable. In the end it's right. I hope you have the time of your life. And still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos of memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, and in the end that's right. I hope you have the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, in the end that's right. I hope you have the time of your life.
Thank you, Charbonneau family. And now more of our generous sponsors. And now it is time to ask Lindsay Fenner to the stage to share with us her farewell and thoughts of her year as 2019 attendant.
Hal Borland once quoted, "Year's end is neither an end nor a beginning, but a going on with all the wisdom that experience can install in us." And let me tell you, the experience of serving as the 2019 Sheboygan County Fairest attendant is an experience I will never forget. From riding around in parades every weekend to attending the many festivals held here in Sheboygan County, and of course, the behind the scenes of a Sheboygan County fair. I have gained so many great experiences and met so many new and wonderful people here in our home county. Not only was this an amazing experience, it was an opportunity that pushed me out of my comfort zone, from public speaking to improv speeches and conversations with strangers that eventually became acquaintances. I also learned some unique skills along the way, such as putting nylons on in about 15 seconds without ripping them, which is harder than it sounds. Staying neat and clean at the fair, which as a kid who showed livestock, that only happened on show day. How not to eat a cream puff with no hands. We found that eating cream puffs as quick as we could is not as easy as it sounds. And to always, always smile, because you never know who is watching you or who is taking pictures of you. And while the experience may be over, the skills I've learned, the people I've met, and the memories made will last a lifetime. To the next Fairest attendant, I hope you take it all in. This is truly an amazing once-in-a-lifetime experience. It has been an honor and privilege to serve as your 2019 Fairest attendant. Thank you.
Thank you, Lindsay. New to our program this year is an opportunity for our Fairest to recognize a special person or persons who have been of particular help to her, who inspired her and encouraged her as she carried her message forward throughout her year. Sarah will now come forward to present Sheboygan County's first Friend of the Fairest Award.
The Friend of the Fairest Award goes to someone who has gone above and beyond to support the Fairest. I've had so many people by my side this past year with an extraordinary amount of support, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Throughout the year, there was one person who stood out amongst everyone, and their support never wavered. This person saw my potential from the beginning and has done everything to help bring that greatness out of me. This person has become family to me and brought so much laughter to my past year. I am inspired by her determination, patience, warmth, and of course, her enthusiasm for the Sheboygan County Fair. Throughout my reign, she has been a cheerleader to me, as she is kind-hearted, genuine, understanding, and loads of fun to be with. She has helped capture some of my best moments, and she truly made my fair experience one I could never wish to change. Although it was just her first year on the committee, She has put her whole heart into this program and is dedicated to helping young ladies like me succeed. I am beyond blessed to have had her by my side this past year, and I know the next Fairest will be lucky to have her support throughout their reign. The person I would like to thank today as the friend of the Fairest is Angie Shalinsky. Please join me on stage.
It's amazing how quickly a year can pass. For Sarah Dayhack, tonight marks the end of her year as 2019 Sheboygan County Fairest of the Fair. But we all know there will be no end to her dedication to the fair or her passion for Wisconsin and Sheboygan County events. Let's welcome to the podium one more time your 2019 Sheboygan County Fairest of the Fair, Sarah Dayhack.
One year ago, I stood here beyond nervous and excited to serve as the 2019 Sheboygan County Fairest of the Fair. Today, I stand here beyond blessed and honored to have had this reign. Of course, I could not have made it through this past year by myself. One of the most important things I learned as Fairest was to always have my Fairest bag with me with all of the essentials. As you can imagine, my year was jam-packed with school, a few jobs and internships, and being Fairest. My Fairest bag truly turned into a survival kit, so I was always prepared to do my best as Fairest. Now, I would like to share with you the tools I needed to make this past year one I will never forget. Here is what my survival kit looked like. The first items I needed were fair brochures and postcards to hand out. These items represent learning and being open to new educational experiences. Throughout my year, I learned more than I could ever imagine. I learned about how special and unique the Sheboygan County community is. I attended over 50 events in our community, and wow, I am happy to call this supportive community home. I attended many new events and got to have a full experience of Sheboygan County. I learned more about agriculture and how it really is the backbone of our community. I got to meet so many 4-Hers who work year-round on their livestock to create that special bond. I learned about the fair industry. At state convention, we really got to dive deep into how fairs operate and the amount of planning that goes into this never-ending tradition. As a student majoring in event management, you bet this was one of my favorite learning experiences. From meeting the Sheboygan County Fair Board, I also got to see a glimpse of the hard work they do to put our fair together. The next item I needed was my sash. The sash represents networking. When you're walking around at an event and you see someone in a sash and tiara, you want to go see who it is and what they represent, don't you? Well, with the help of my sash and tiara, I was able to network with hundreds of people throughout my reign. I met so many new faces and was able to share who I am and my story. I may have attended events as a stranger, but I left every event as a friend. This sash was from state convention, which was one of my favorite moments as Fairest. This is what helped me reach my goal of being in the top 10 Fairests at state, having an amazing four days in Wisconsin Dells. At convention, I networked with Fairests from across the state, Fair supporters, and the Wisconsin State Fair Board of Directors, CEO, and Fairest employees. Everyone at this convention had one thing in common. We all loved the fair industry. This was a place where I felt I truly belonged. The Fairests from across the state made a significant impact on my life, and I'm truly happy to say I gained some close friends from this experience. Not only did I grow in my personal life here, I grew professionally. From networking, I met with the Chief Marketing Officer at Wisconsin State Fair. She recognized my skills and passion for the fair, and amongst the 40 other fairs, I stood out to her. This led to another interview and then an offer for an internship at Wisconsin State Fair. Thanks to my networking experiences, I now have a foot in the door at my dream job. As a Sheboygan County Fairist, you of course need extra nylons. If you're anything like me, you'll snag them within 5 minutes of being at the fair. The nylons represent professionalism. Being Sheboygan County's Fairest of the Fair has helped me grow immensely in my professionalism. Candidates, think of how much you've already developed professionally. Throughout my year, I learned how to present myself properly, how to be a self-starter and always keep a conversation going, how to give speeches and presentations in front of a variety of groups, and how to uphold the honor of being the Sheboygan County Fairest of the Fair. This experience polished off my resume and proved how well I can present myself. Two of the greatest skills I strengthened this past year within professionalism includes my self-confidence and public speaking. I needed my mirror to always check my smile and make sure I was ready. At many events, I had the pleasure of being on the microphone and being able to invite the community to the Sheboygan County Fair. I love being able to get out in front of thousands of people at the grandstand events and welcome them. I remember not even being nervous to talk in front of all these people. We were all there to celebrate the Sheboygan County community and end our summer with the best 5 days. I kept myself organized with my schedule. The schedule represents the need for time management. As I mentioned, I attended over 50 events, so you can imagine that I was kept busy. It took a bit, but I can say I've almost mastered time management. Special thanks to the Fairest Committee, especially Brittany and Callie, for helping me manage the schedule, and thank you to Lindsay for attending events with me. I really enjoyed being able to get out in the Sheboygan County community and be a special part of our traditions. The next item I needed was sunscreen. The sunscreen represents warmth. Although my reign was filled with many warm days out in the sun, the warmth that is really needed is from your personality. I believe a successful fairist needs to be outgoing, accepting, positive, and overall filled with warmth. This can be proven in all of the conversation I had with strangers, who then became familiar faces at the fair and various community events. There were multiple occurrences where kids ran up to me and remembered meeting me, the fair princess, at another event. I became a positive role model for the youth of Sheboygan County, and that feeling will always stick with me. The final item I always needed was maybe one of the most important, bobby pins. The bobby pins represent support. Just as my tiara was always supported with bobby pins, I was blessed to be given more support than I could ever imagine. So there are many people I need to recognize for supporting me immensely. For starters, the Fairest Committee. This entire committee is an amazing group of talented ladies that I am forever grateful to have met and become a part of their family. They truly accepted me and developed me into a strong individual. Thank you, especially to Courtney, for guiding me every step of the way, demonstrating positive leadership, and providing me with experience I could never forget. Thank you to Angie for being my second mom, especially at fair, and always capturing the best moments. Thank you to Callie for continuously answering my random text messages, attending events with me, and always helping me improve. Thank you to Kaylee for being a role model and leaving an amazing path for me to follow. I can only hope to guide the next Fairest as well as you have guided me. To my family and friends, thank you for always treating me as royalty. Thank you for coming with me to events and working your summer schedule and deer hunting around my events. Thank you to my sister for finally teaching my mom how to take a picture on her phone without having her finger in it. Thank you to my mom for inspiring me to run for Fairest, just as she did. Thank you to my dad for being my chauffeur in all of my parades and always enjoying the new cars you got to drive. Thank you to my best friend Megan for carrying my bag at events and wiping my shoes off after coming from the barns at the fair. To the fair board and fair office, thank you for the support and insight you gave me. I was excited to really get to know the ladies at the fair office, as well as learn about each of the fair board members and what they do for the fair. I love being able to see the familiar faces around the fair. A special thanks to Bill, who always had us laughing on the way out to grandstand events. This group of individuals works hard all year long to make Sheboygan County the greatest. So thank you for giving me something so wonderful to represent. The biggest thank you goes out to you, Sheboygan County. Thank you for coming along on this journey with me and helping me have the experience of a lifetime. Today, I stand here beyond proud to say that I was the 2019 Sheboygan County Fairest of the Fair and could not have asked for a better year. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. To the 2020 Sheboygan County Fairest of the Fair, I cannot wait to cheer you on throughout your reign. Soak up every moment and focus on creating your own survival kit to help you make it through. Please enjoy a video of my highlights from my past year. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sarah. I would now like to call upon State Representatives Tyler Vorpagel and Terry Katzma to make a special presentation.
Thanks, Heather. This one? All right. Audible? All right, thanks, Heather. I'm State Representative Tyler Vorpagel, and first of all, I just want to say thank you to the Fairest Committee. You know, obviously, I think it's an understatement that this year has been maybe a little weird, but just when I got an invitation for this, of all the postponed graduations and schools and sports things, it's really awesome to be able to be here for these young ladies and support them and have this program with all the efforts that they've had throughout this whole process. So I'm just so glad that we're able to do this. And Sarah, we have a bit of a, as you can see from her video, she gets out to a lot of events. That was just a fingernail sketch of all the places that obviously Terry and I get to a lot of things in the community throughout the summer and saw her at every single one of those, and she was at so much more, and just want to show our appreciation for your tenure as Fairest of the Fair, and it was really fun thinking back 10 months plus ago at some of the things we were able to do not all that long ago, and hope to do again soon. So with that, I'll turn it over to Terry.
Thank you, Tyler. I'm Terry Katzma. I want to thank Courtney. I want to thank Heather for the work that you're doing here. And Tyler, don't you think that the future, I see some politicians here in this group. They're very, very good communicators.
I'm watching my back.
Yeah. We are pleased to present this citation from the state of Wisconsin. If I can read it, Sarah. Whereas Sarah DeHeck of Sheboygan Falls, daughter of Anthony and Susan DeHeck, but has successfully completed her year as Sheboygan County's Fairest of the Fair for 2019, and whereas Sarah has been a dedicated patron that served as Fairest of the Fair while attending Concordia University, Wisconsin, where she is majoring in hospitality, event management, and marketing, and whereas Sarah has grown up in Sheboygan County Fair as a tradition, teaching her values she has put to use as Fairest of the Fair, such as responsibility, hard work, how to be a fair participant, and how to communicate her knowledge to the judges, and whereas during the last year she has served not only the county fair, but the community through promoting agriculture and educating young fair members with her focus on inclusion by promoting the fair for everyone. And whereas Sarah has served as an incredible role model to the public through public service, community involvement, and creating awareness around the 4-H and FFA programs. Now, therefore, be it resolved that State Representative Tyler Vorpagel and Terry Katzma, along with State Senator Devin Lemieux, hereby commend Sarah DeHeck for her outstanding efforts, her community involvement, and her achievement in serving as Fairest of the Fair for Sheboygan County in 2019. Congratulations. I would shake your hand, but that would be... Here's a bag.
On behalf of our Fairest Committee, Chairperson Courtney Booth will join us on stage for some special thank yous.
Thank you, Heather. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us tonight. The committee is before you right now, and it is my indeed honor to introduce you to this team of wonderful women committing committed to helping grow and develop leaders that will carry the message of our great Sheboygan County Fair to all the citizens of the county. Let me please introduce you to our Fairest Committee. Would you please step forward as I introduce you in your role? So Brittany Bushman is our candidate scheduling and guidebook coordinator. She does all the scheduling on over 40 events for the year, and she also helps with the Fairest of the Fair in answering questions and the attendance throughout the year. A big job. Brittany, congratulations. Thank you. Brittany is our former 2011 Sheboygan County Fairest of the Fair. Erin Jens. Erin serves as the treasurer and helps with all of the sponsorships. Erin is former 2008 Sheboygan County Fairest. Thank you, Erin. Miss Callie Rank serves as our secretary and online application process coordinator and the woman of all trades. She was the Fairest of the Fair for Oconto County just a few years ago. Thank you, Callie. We welcome up Nicole Barless, who leads our communication to our sponsors, our selection team, and all of our mailings. Thank you, Nicole. Nicole has served as Wisconsin's 59th Alice in Dairyland. We want to ask Sue Bourne to step forward on behalf of her and her husband, John. They serve as the leads for the hospitality side of our committee. And unfortunately, Sue is retiring on our committee this year, but is staying in the capacity of helping out at our wonderful gala. And Sue has been with us for 17 years since the program restarted, and she has helped coordinate this gala and welcome people to celebrate the fair, and it wouldn't be the same without all of her contributions. So thank you so much, Sue. Let's give Sue a round of applause. And stepping forward next is her daughter, Melissa Huberty. Melissa leads our social media communications initiative in 2020 or 2020. Her great ideas have been elevating this program, and she's working very closely with our new Fairest in this unique virtual year. So thank you, Melissa. Next is our awesome MC, talented Heather Livum. She leads our program training and professional development night. Heather is no stranger to the stage, as she's a former Miss Wisconsin herself. Thank you, Heather. We welcome the friend of the Fairest, Angie Shalinsky, to step forward. Angie is welcome to our committee this year as a parent of our former Sheboygan County Fairest, Kaylee Shalinsky, who is on our committee. Kaylee. And those two help in so many different ways as leading our candidate connections and our county fair support. Kaylee has also helped with social media. So we're so fortunate to have so many active women in the community sharing their gifts and talents to our next generation of leaders. And so I want to thank all of you so much for your contributions. All of us next would like to thank our amazing sponsors of this program. Year after year, we have leaders in our community step forward to show their support of what this program means for our young adults, for our county fair, and for the families and members that attend the county fair. And so today you saw a snapshot through our television commercials highlighting their contribution. But in addition, we have at the end of the program scrolling all of our sponsors, over 130 sponsors of the Fairest of the Fair program. And if you turn, for those of you in person tonight, families, turn to the back of your program, you'll also notice that you can see all a listing of those generous sponsors. So if you would, just please take the time as you're out and about here to thank them in their business contributions. They just believe so strongly in what the program is doing, and we thank them so much. So if you're watching tonight, we thank you very much for that contribution. Tonight's gala was brought to you by the efforts of Silver Water Productions team. Thank you, JJ, Matt, and Aaron. We also want to thank Dusty Boots Photography, our friend Katie Reineking for her contributions with the photos during our professional development workshop and here this evening. And then of course, all the candidates are decorated in a beautiful corsage that Eileen Perone has put her time and talent into. So thank you so much for that. Just a few more thank yous. Candidates, we just want to say thank you very much. You all are wonderful candidates. We're so proud to have you as part of our program and a part of our family. Thank you for applying to the Fairest program. We've all enjoyed working with each of you, and you just have such bright futures, and we never want you to forget that. I also would like to take the time on behalf of the Fairest Committee to thank Lindsay, our Fairest attendant, for her contributions for this year. You've done an outstanding job, and we want to thank you for all that you've done and for the impact that you've made on the people of Sheboygan County. Thank you, Lindsay. And last but not least, we'd like to thank Sarah. Sarah, would you come forward for one last time here with us? In her role as Fairest, but we are very delighted that Sarah will be joining us on the Fairest of the Fair Committee. And one of the most exciting highlights for us is to step back for just a moment and shine a light on the woman who started the Fairest of the Fair program. Her name was Barbara Siegert, and Barbara had a commitment and saw the vision of what this program could do for young people across our county. And so we put together a pin that symbolizes the tiara that represents that connection out in the community when she's networking. And then we also have the Perdeaux birthstone of Barbara Siegert. And Sarah, I hope that you will wear this on behalf of your successful year that you've had, and also as a contribution to join our family with the Fairest program. So Sarah, thank you so much. Thank you. Right up here. All right, well, in closing, I have the honor of leading, Sarah, just come on up, stay up here with us as a family here. My closing, I have the honor of leading this amazing, talented, hardworking, and passionate team for the past 17 years. It began as a passion that God planted in my heart when I was a little girl. And He fostered that as I served as the Calumet County Fairest of the Fair, and then ran and received the honor of being Wisconsin's Fairest of the Fair. A year after that role of having a chance to be part of the fair industry, I served as the spokesperson for Wisconsin agriculture as the 50th Alice in Dairyland. And when I came here to this community and this county 20 years ago, I had the opportunity to be surrounded by people that believed in my passion for the fair industry. And John Bourne, Sue's husband, said to me at a fair board meeting, at an annual meeting for the fair, said, we really need to bring back the Fairest program because it had been on a break for about 10 years. And so that little nudge, remember that important nudge to people that you want to rise up and take a part, became that next step for my role to be part of the Fairest program for the next 17 years. And so I just wanted to say thank you to this wonderful team of people. We started back 17 years ago, and through that time, just think about that. We've had the chance to connect and make relationships and have an impact on over 100 finalists, over 100 young adults in our community. Those young adults then touched and impact the message of our Sheboygan County Fair to hundreds of families, exhibitors, sponsors, fair attendees, and generations and generations. And so it's very humbling to be part of this family, but the time has come for me to pass on the baton. And I just want to thank you for the years of support and leadership opportunity around this great program and the fair. I'm passionate about this, what this program can do for our young leaders. Our 4 children have been impacted personally, and I know they are stronger and more capable because of this program, the fair, and all of the people who have been part of the journey. It truly is an honor to be part of this Fairest legacy. Again, thank you to each one of you that are here this evening supporting these young people. Thank you for those of you who are watching this evening and throughout the days to come. We just couldn't do this without you. So we look forward to working with you again in the future. Thank you.
Our committee would like to recognize these 2 special members who are stepping away from their current roles. This program owes a debt of gratitude to both of them. We would not be here without the success of this program without them. Thank you, Courtney and Sue, for the countless hours and your tireless passion for this program. We cherish you both. Please accept these gifts from your grateful team. And now we have more from our generous sponsors. It is that time. Selection team, do you have the envelope, please? Thank you. 4 of our finalists will receive gifts from our generous sponsors to help them further their professional development. The first runner-up, our Fairest attendant, will be active, filling the shoes of the Fairest in areas where she is not able to attend and assist the Fairest during other opportunities and events. The Fairest attendant will receive a $500 scholarship as well as gifts from our generous sponsors. The 2020 Sheboygan County Fairest of the Fair will be responsible for serving as the Sheboygan County official fair ambassador. She will receive a $1,500 scholarship and gifts from our generous sponsors. Is everyone ready? So exciting. I will first announce our Fairest attendant and then our new 2020 Sheboygan County Fairest of the Fair. Good luck to all of you, and thank you for the fine job each of you are doing to promote the fair in Sheboygan County. We look forward to supporting you wherever your path leads in the future. We are so proud of you all. Our first runner-up and Fairest attendant is Emma Sanderson. Congratulations, Emma. And now, our 2020 Sheboygan County Fairest of the Fair is Anna Kitsero. Congratulations, Anna. Emma and all of our candidates, congratulations. It's where the bobby pins will come in handy. Anna, do you have a few words?
I would just like to first of all thank my parents and my family for all the support they gave me through this journey and throughout my entire time as a fair exhibitor, all of our sponsors tonight for this great evening, and then especially the committee who's helped me get to where I have been tonight.
Thank you. Have the two of you step forward, and then the others around. Once again, thank you all for supporting these outstanding candidates, the Fairest of the Fair program, and the Sheboygan County Fair. Thank you and good night.